All right, so you probably clicked on this video because you yourself have finally realized that random workouts aren't cutting it. Maybe random's not the correct terminology. Maybe you do maybe have a plan, but it doesn't really feel like there's a real structure to it. You're just kind of showing up and you're hitting specific body parts just because you feel like it that day. And you're finding out that isn't working. You're not seeing growth. You're not getting stronger, and it's very demotivating. I used to be in the same boat. I mean, for me, it started with the 30-day abs and random workouts I would just find online. I mean, scrolling through Instagram, YouTube, whatever, I would just kind of pick and play with what I liked. And sometimes I would even show up to the gym and just hit whatever wasn't sore. And I wasn't seeing any progress. I was getting random results. I was really not seeing any structure, and it also made it harder to show up to the gym because I didn't know what I was going to be hitting. So it already had kind of a roadblock in front of me. So real quick too, if this does sound like you and you're tired of spinning your wheels and you actually want a structure and creating a system, I have the 7-day reset. It is almost completely done. I'm making the videos, and that way you can use it yourself to finally set a structure and a system for yourself where you can consistently and make it easier to show up, get your workout in, get your nutrition in, and everything else. It's going to be in the link below. Check it out. So, like I said, random workouts always equal random results. So in this video, we're going to break down a couple things. First one, structure, workouts that fit in with you. Progression, adding intensity, loading weights, all that kind of stuff, and sustainability. The program is supposed to adapt to your lifestyle, make it easier. A couple other topics too, progressing off week after week, right? Staying consistent, no guesswork, and finally seeing results that compound. When you're working out, there really should be a structure. What that means is really pre-planning your workouts, understanding why you hit body parts on certain days, and also, it should fit into a bigger plan, really. I guess a simple analogy is think of it like building a house, right? You're building a house, you have the foundation, there's a blueprint. You don't just start throwing bricks and pieces of wood and putting the door there. It's not Minecraft, right? You don't just throw it together, it somehow sticks. There's a process. There's a reason there's a blueprint. You follow that blueprint, it leads to a bigger goal. And training should be the same. Each workout should connect to the last workout and also prepare you for the next one too. And that's how you build muscle. That's how you build endurance. That's how you build consistency, a system. And also, you don't burn out. You're not showing up and hitting the same thing day after day, week after week, and you're wondering why I'm not seeing any growth, or this won't get any bigger, or man, it's hard to go to the gym. You're probably hitting the same thing. You're probably getting burnt out because you're doing the same thing every single time, and that's okay. You have to build a structure, and this video should help. So instead of following random workouts, maybe ones you find online or maybe ones you heard from a friend, maybe sit down, take maybe 30 minutes to an hour and write out your workouts. What you already have. If you're a beginner, okay, no worries. Search up splits. Find out what is a good split for you. If you work out 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. If you're already kind of intermediate to advanced, you should probably already have an idea of what you're doing every single day. And if you're not tracking it, I'm telling you, you are losing opportunities. Trust me. And we'll dive deeper in that when it gets to progression too. But just write down your workouts. Write them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right, Sunday, right? And just write out those days of the week, even if you don't have workouts on those days. For example, I'll break down my split really quick too. Mondays I hit legs. Tuesdays I hit upper body, which is usually shoulders and arms. And then I will also take a rest day on Wednesday. Thursday I go back to legs, hamstring focused. The first leg day is quad focused. And then Friday I will do chest day, upper body again, right? But it's mainly chest and back. Something I haven't hit already in the week. And that allows me to not be fatigued later in the week so I can feel strong and I feel good going to the gym and hitting a certain body part. Now we're going to talk about progression. Your body, adapts pretty quick. And if you're lifting the same weight every single day, you're not changing the weight, you're not going lower, higher, changing the reps, the sets, you're not going to see any growth. And you're really not going to see any strength building either. And that just depends on your goals. I'm guessing mostly you're trying to build strength, or if you're trying to lose fat too, this still applies to you because you're going to be changing reps and weight, right? But if you're hitting the same thing, you're going to get the same results. And at the end of the day, you're really maintaining. A real program will add load, will start adding intensity or volume each week too. And it's just these simple little add-ons too that will keep you growing and keep you going enough. Not to get you to burn out, but to keep progressing slowly. Again, this tracks back to progression. This is why it's important. Tracking and progression tie in together. If you track what you lift every single day or every single week, which I do, I literally have a notes app. I don't have anything special. I don't have an app. I just literally track it on my notes app, and I track down what weight I lifted that week or last week, and I just add on 2.5 pounds to 5 pounds. And if I can hit a mini PR, sweet, for the same reps, that's pretty cool. I know that I'm slowly progressing. Now, if I finally get to a weight where I struggle and it's like, okay, shoot, like I'm having trouble with this one, I'll keep that weight the same until I can slowly progress again too. And this is exactly what happened with my bench. I mean, I was really trying to hit a specific weight. I just kept going in, hitting the same thing. It wasn't changing. But when I actually started adding just 2.5 pounds to 5 pounds every week, slowly, but I got a new PR very slowly. So I think you should be doing the same. Track your workouts, add some weight just a little bit at the end of each week. Finally, which I think is the most important, is sustainability. What that means is being able to make this consistent. None of this matters if you cannot make this consistent. I've come to find out that the best programs, they're not the hardest, right? They're the ones that you can genuinely stick to on a day-to-day, week-by-week, and monthly basis. So that means your that means your training should adapt to your lifestyle. Shorter, busier schedule, like maybe most of us, at least I am. I work 10 plus hours. Tighten that up, right? Or maybe find more time in the day, right? But maybe find more time in the day, or shorten your workouts, or you're more free. Okay, sweet. That gives you more time to increase volume. Maybe do some more stuff too. Your workout should really just be able to adapt to what you're doing. And the best part about it is when you start really tracking your workouts, you can start planning them so it's easier to know what you're doing the next day or the following week, or knowing that you have this specific workout on this day, so that's how you'll make time for it, right? That's why all this is important. So quick recap to workouts, and this applies to everything too. Have a structure, right? Have an actual system, plan your workouts, progression, start progressing your workouts, add a little bit of weight, challenge yourself, not too much, right? But just to slowly start progressing. And sustainability. Help yourself make it consistent, something you can actually do day by day, week by week, month by month, and make it easier on yourself to do. If this helped at all, or if you actually liked anything I said and you just want to follow along for the journey, please do subscribe. This is what Vanguard Fitness is going to be about. It's going to be about workouts, but how to make them consistent, how to build systems and habits that make everything a little bit easier, right? You start building these small wins, start snowballing and compounding, and then bam, you built a new identity. And I'm going to have a whole entire 7-day reset. It's completely free. Check it out. Even if it doesn't work for you, well, it's free. I do think if you just follow along to it, even just a little bit, you'll gain something from it. And after that too, I have a bunch more coming. So I'll have the links in the description. Apply below. So thanks for watching.